Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Happy Friday to you. I apologize for the delay in communication this week. It's been a very interesting week for us. Traveled to Dubai, and unfortunately there was a lot of flooding, and we couldn't land. We had to get rerouted and had no hotel or internet or anything for quite a while. It was a complete mess. It took 4 days to get here. Should only take about a day and a half. So, anyways, and now that we're here, we're going to take a look at ICP. Thank you so much again for your patience. Let's double check a couple of key factors here. We're going to look at some backend data to kind of see what's going on here, and hopefully see where we can find our bottom for this coin, because it does seem to be pulling back pretty significant. And there's a heavy amount of concentration of liquidation at $14 to $16. Equally as much at about $10 even, and even as low as 11. So again, these are some easy round numbers to remember. So 14 to 16 is the range, and then the lower range is about 11 to 10. Okay, so we're right kind of smack dab in the middle there, really just kind of implying anything could happen. But the truth is, a lot of people are basically thinking this coin will go up, and just as many people think it's going to go down. So that's kind of where we're at there. But if we do look at larger concentrations of liquidation in the 1 month, every possible last level liquidation in the last month has been swept. So that should give us some incentive to push the price action higher. Generally, that's how it works. So to keep in mind, the price could recover from here because there's really not a lot of liquidation left in the last month's worth of trading. So let's double check the daily time frame, work our way down, kind of see where we're at. So double checking the Fibonacci retracement levels here, even though we wicked down a little bit lower than that 1.0 level, that 1050 support, we can see that this 0.786, that $12.75, 1, 2, 3, 4 days out of the last 6, we've tried to retest that and break through that, but haven't yet. So to me, it would seem sensible to consider a long position if Bitcoin can stabilize itself at 62K or higher this weekend. That a price point of $12.75 or higher would give us some confirming factors to consider a long position. Again, that's just kind of the optimist in me. Now, realistically, if we take a look at some other things here, we can see we're below 3 out of the 4 moving averages. This 20-day SMA is running concurrent with a descending trend line here. Okay, so the truth is we're not fully bullish on this coin until we can break above that trend line. That's the macro trend line. That is the important one. We're literally a few days away from that at best. Unless the price shoots straight up today, which I doubt, we're not going to see that. Keep in mind, Bitcoin halving is occurring in the next 24 hours, so we could see some really interesting behavior. But historically, Bitcoin halving takes a moment to ramp up. It's not like an instant flip of a switch. That being said, on the RSI, we're still maintaining above 30, got a rejection off that level. It's somewhat of a support range. And then money flow index is slightly higher. Stochastic swinging up, and MACD is converging, but hasn't fully converged yet. We're probably, again, a few days from that. So once more, if you buy right now, it's probably a little premature for a long, but it is possible to find more success to the upside here, just based on these levels here that we can kind of see once we break through that $13 range. And I'm rounding up a little. 1275 is the official resistance, but if you look at this volume profile, it goes as high as about 1310. And that is all the volume. If you take all the volume in the last, back from since December, we see the heaviest concentration just above the price action. And that is commonly referred to as a resistance / point of control. So we are below that level. Okay, so we would really optimally want to see a closure at 13 or higher on a daily or 2 daily candles at the very least before taking a long position with confidence. You could take a long position right now without confidence, but what good does that do you, right? That's not a confirming factor, and that really feels weird. There's nothing worse than taking a trade that you're not sure about. Okay, and exactly the reason why you haven't seen many trades, if you're part of my signals group here. Okay, a lot of that hinges on the fact that I've been traveling, yes, but the market's been fairly abysmal. So unless you're shorting right now, I would not consider a long position. Not saying you should short right now because you're basically shorting the bottom as a potential likelihood here, but we got to double check a few things first. Okay. That said, 4-hour time frame, money flow index is high, but RSI is right at 50. We're seeing this happen with a lot of coins right now. And what it basically just tells us is that the price action is looking good. There's a lot of money flowing into this coin. We're probably reaching our bottom, but we haven't broken through that resistance yet. So, i.e., $13 even is that resistance level that we're wanting to focus on and pay attention to. We can see the MACD is converging here, but losing some momentum. But generally, these are favorable signs. We're up over the 20 SMA, but under the 50. So the truth here is there's a lot of conflicting factors, but some of the right / appropriate bullish signs are here. And we have already kind of broken through a descending trend here on the short-term time frame. I'm going to get rid of that just because that's fairly irrelevant now. That was based on analysis 4 days ago when I was last charting. So I can tell you that that's not relevant. What is relevant, though, is this range-bound activity. We are seeing this very, very consistent in the market right now. Okay, and the reason why I like to emphasize and highlight that is because this is a transitionary time frame. When you take trades based on the price being stuck within a range, you can typically day trade that fairly well. In fact, as a matter of fact, if we take a look here, we're scalping the heck out of Solana, for example. Solana, we got 1, 2, 3 successful trades here in the last couple of hours, each lasting 30 to 40 minutes. And that's beneficial, right? I like to highlight that because this is the kind of market we're in right now. Day trading and scalping is king. And especially with these range bounds scenarios here, you buy the bottom, sell the top, reverse, and continue. That's generally what we're seeing. Strong amount of volume profile here too, just below the price action, about 1210. So again, all the more reason why the price action hovering above the 20 SMA and kind of closing above those levels is positive. More likely we're going to see the price increase and retest this upper range at about 1360. What would be great about that is that would put us up over that 13 to 1320 mark, letting us know that we are in pretty good shape here to be able to see the price action perform what is referred to commonly as a bullish backtest. So optimally, we want to see this coin at about 1360 or higher. That would give me confirmation that I would want to take a long. However, that would be a hesitant long because we're still descending in the overall trend here adversely. So if you take a look at that, you can recognize that we're not in perfect shape here. But what I want you to take away here is that with us being range bound until we break free from this range, we're going to still be in a question mark of, is the price going to go up or is it going to go down? We're going to likely see a sweep of lower level liquidity and or upper soon once we break these ranges, okay? And if we do, if we just say we break the higher range, we could be establishing higher highs and higher lows at that point, and that would essentially let us know that we're on the right side of the tracks. Okay, and that's generally what you want to do. Last thing here on the hourly, it's kind of a mess, but we are technically above the cloud. Lagging spans free and clear, and if you take a look at the conversion line and the baseline, they're fairly intersecting. So while this isn't like a super confident situation, you can see higher highs and higher lows on the smaller time frames, and that is generally positive. So we could see that shift in momentum happening right now. We're seeing that with Bitcoin in smaller time frames and a bull flag pattern playing out. So there's generally a good consideration for long positions here soon. But I think we're just a little premature. So I'm going to be paying attention to this, to kind of setting my alerts for later today to see if I can double check once the traditional markets close and then kind of see where we're at there. And if things look pretty decent at the candlestick closure, then we're going to be able to get a few confirming factors there and possibly consider some long positions this weekend. I hope that makes sense and I described that correctly. Do me a quick favor, hit the like button, comment below. Deeply appreciate that. If you want to be part of our community, obviously jump on over to cryptocash.tech. Link down below for that as well. And be sure to trade the world's best exchange here, Bitunix. Link down below for that too. Fantastic exchange, nice benefit rewards. Use my link to register. And of course, it's generally no KYC or VPN requirement. So that is an awesome thing. Featured also as well, this is a future reference, I'm going to be bringing a couple of new exchanges to the community as well. Just so we all have some options for, whichever kind of trader you are, right? All right, thanks again so much, folks. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Take care.